Tina. Thanks for joining me today for this month's Canvas chat. We're going to talk about using a PDF in assignments.
Hi, Donna. Thanks so much for having me. Yes, one of the great features that I love about using PDFs within Canvas is that students can sit there and annotate within the document and submit it for teacher feedback.
That there's several tools that the students can use. So they can highlight text, they can strike through, they can even free draw, and several other tools that we can show here as we talk.
Yes, not only that, it's beneficial for teachers too. Think about it, no more need to stand at the copy machine or to collect stacks of papers.
Now the students can complete the assignment right there in Canvas, submit it to the teacher. The teacher can provide almost immediate feedback and send it right back to them without ever leaving. When the teacher comes into their Canvas course where you see the plus assignment, you're going to add an assignment. Now, this is where it matters for the student to be able to receive it and be able to annotate over it. Where it says submission type, and you want to make sure, it may say no submission type when you first create the assignment, but here you want to select online and make sure that student annotation is selected. If it's not selected, you'll just simply select. And notice when you do that, it gives you options. Now for my assignment today, the file is on my computer. So here I'm going to do upload file. Sometimes the teachers have already put their files in the Canvas course for later use. Therefore, they would go to the Canvas files to upload. But for me today in demonstrating, I have the file here on my computer. And if I hit save, it's going to save the assignment, but my students cannot see it yet until I select save and publish. And now that assignment is published for the students to be able to submit it.
Now I'm going to show you what it looks like from a student's view. So let's talk about math, my favorite subject. So what I'm going to show you is the drawing tool where you can draw right on this PDF. So in this activity, you have to identify the base and the height of the figures of the parallelogram. So you can choose the color that you would like, and then you can also choose the thickness of your pen. So here I have to identify my base. So this is my base. And then I'm going to identify my height. And then down here at the bottom, another tool that you can use is your text feature, where you write in the dimensions of your figure. Again, you can change the color down here if you would like as well.
A student's able to use the drawing tool and the text tool in this one PDF.
Yes, and the important part is that students need to always remember is when they are done, they need to click Submit Assignment.
Right. And as a teacher, I can just go into the assignments and grade each one right there and send it back to the student.
Exactly.
Like that. That's efficient for both the student and for the teacher.
Yes, it is.
Submitting the assignment with that button, just like handing it off to the teacher or putting it in the basket that's in the classroom.
It is. And one of the things I've found is that if you go out of it, if you exit out without submitting it, when you go back in, it still saves all of your work. If you accidentally shut down your computer, if you had a fire drill, or if you had to go out for a few minutes for an emergency, because you know all that stuff happens,
Yes.
it automatically saves for you.
Yes. But what's most important for the student is hitting the submit is the actual process of giving it to your teacher. Because if you don't hit submit, it's just sitting there, kind of like sitting in your book bag.
That's
and
right.
The teacher doesn't have it yet. So that's good. Good to know. Thanks for sharing that.
There are so many different ways in which you can use these features on any of the work that you're assigning to your students. And once again, no more running to the copy machine to make copies for those students who forget their assignment. They always have it right here available to them, and no more carrying your stacks of papers around, taking them home to grade. It's all stored electronically, and you can, as a teacher, can get feedback electronically as well.
So now, Tina, this is really the part on the other part of the teacher's end where the students have used the annotation tools to respond to the PDF. The other end of this is the teacher seeing the assignment and then providing feedback back to the student. So here in my course, I'm in the grade book, And from the grade book, I can see that you've completed the biomes and the subject predicate as well as the basis and height. And in order for me to give you feedback, I would select that assignment that you completed, and then I go to Speed Grader. When I go to Speed Grader, I can see all the students that submitted their assignments, give them feedback right on that very same PDF, grade the assignment, and then send it back to the student. And here, if I wanted to give feedback on the PDF, I would select one of the tools as well, or I can provide my feedback on this side.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that you had all of those features that you can give feedback for the students as well. Like you can circle or highlight the where they made their mistakes, and then you could explain it. That is great. What a great way to give feedback to students.
Yes, and you've been really good in having this conversation with me because as a curriculum specialist, you can think about ways teachers can use this. And as the technology person can help you understand how the technology can enhance and support that work. So it's been really fun talking to you about using a PDF in Canvas.
It's been great. Thank you so much, Donna.
Yes,
I
and
always enjoy talking about math and technology. How
yeah,
fun.
how fun. And one thing that we want students to remember is that when they're doing their assignments in the PDF, that they have to use either a mouse or the trackpad on their device.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's been great. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Donna. Take care.